very important to practice financial literacy, especially at a young age, because it will make it easier for you as you grow up and even in future.
So kumaanisha mika youth leo naweza own keja na kile nimesave.
Personally, I do regret, by the way. Ningekuwa najua Saccos do come in handy at such a tender age. Ningejoin a Sacco immediately, nilikuwa kampo.
Asa Sacco inaweza kuhelp ikuinue, at least uendelee na masomo yako, at least ufike hadi degree, PhD.
Saizi by then ningekuwa millionaire huko nje na ball na roll na watesa. But it's never too late.
You should really invest your money in it. It's a good place, it's trustworthy, people are nice. And it's just good in general.
You might not believe it. There's a time I'm a government officer in charge of cooperatives. There's a time no check could be given without the countersigning of the government officer. You could be surprised. That happened.
Banks give interest rates at 18%, 20%. If it's a facility of 4 or 5 years, at the end of the day, the difference is very big depending on the amount taken originally.
The other thing I can also tell for sure, it was taking a long time for approval process. You feel, and then you are told we shall come or contact you, and then we call you to confirm whether either your loan has gone through and it was fully signed. I remember approaching one of the senior person from finance department, asking them, why can't we start something like a Sacco? Because where I was working before I joined them, we had a Sacco there. So the management were happy about it.
It started with 10 members, 10 dreamers who came together, and they came up with the idea that they can form a Sacco. And then they were able to bring this idea to 220 members who formed the initial membership of the Sacco.
When I joined, there was a lot of, paperwork. Sometimes you have to do a lot of physical work to the Sacco to just find out where is the status of my loan. And there was, quote unquote, it wasn't so much digital compared to today.
The initial products that we used to do manually, even issuing or giving out of dividends and rebates.
When I joined PLC, nilishikwa mkono na my mentor. Yeah? He explained to me certain things that were beneficial. And one of them, he spoke about the Sacco. He was kind enough, actually, kuniletea forms, by the way.
People realized through empirical evidence, which empirical in terms of I am your friend, you have seen a plot, I bought a plot. The moment you come and then you realize, you can buy a plot. Where did you get the money? From our Sacco. Many people start now talking about the good news about the Sacco. And since then, a big number start now enrolling to our Sacco.
In the year 2011, we were licensed by SASRA to undertake the deposit-taking business. We were able to open a FOSA, and then we were able to offer banking facilities to our members. This actually led to the expansion of our products portfolio because we were able now to bring in more products and services.
The turning point for the Sacco was when the common bonds was opened around 2014. So it allowed other like-minded institutions for us to, get members from there. The membership boomeranged.
I remember then the CEO asked me, by the way, you guys are very talented. I wish such talent can be applied in the Sacco. And so I filled the forms. I went through the vetting and nomination. They're looking for technology skills. And when I joined, my first committee was in the technology committee. which are contributed in ensuring that we deploy the first system to automate our processes 100%, becoming the first paperless Sacco in the country. And I remember we won a number of awards in terms of technology optimization.
Specifically, the growth of Safaricom Sacco has been the stability that it provides. People look at Safaricom Sacco as one that they know that the investments are safe, and you can be sure that your money will be properly saved, will be properly utilized, and will be available to you at the time that you require that money.
Sacco has many advantages. One, it is governed through cooperative principles. There is democratic member control. So as a member, you are a member and also a shareholder. You have a bigger say even in the governance structure. As a member, you have a right to participate in the elections. You have a right also to vie. So you have control of your finances.
One of the key milestones is growing from the 10 members to 18,000 members as per now. In terms of the assets, we've been able to grow to now we start at 12.5 billion in terms of assets. This is not a small feat for a Sacco that's only 23 years old.
In terms of net performance, last year we were at 1.2 billion. This year we are looking to achieve 1.4 plus billion. Our loan book for the first time have actually exceeded the required ratio of 100%. We have crossed the mark at 103% of loan book against the asset base.
And we are among the top 20 Saccos in the country in terms of assets.
And we have also grown significantly from institutional capital, which is a ratio that is required by SASRA. We started 2018 at about 2%, which has significantly grown. And last year, but we crossed the mark of 8% against the required threshold of 8.
Our motto or our driving factor has been affordable credit and ensuring that members get the cheapest loans in the market. With us, you can even access a loan at an interest rate of 0.67% per month. That translates to about 8% per annum, which I can bet you will not find it anywhere in the market.
Into the years, I was very consistent in putting. Mpaka kibaba ikaja. Yeah? Ilipoja, my mentor was actually right. Believe it or not, the Sacco, number one, has helped me educate my children.
The very first Sacco loan I took, I was looking to buy a plot in Ongata Rongai.
I've been able to acquire motor vehicles, and also I've been able to also do other business in terms of growing my farming in agriculture.
My first loan ilikuwa Qona, so that one ilikuwa tu at the comfort of my phone, just tap, then inakuja, then you just transfer to your M-Pesa. Then nilifanya hiyo pesa, like restock my business.
The big deal about the Sacco is that the car that I purchased, I was given 3 times my deposit, which made it easier because the Sacco gave me like 100% of the financing that I needed.
Pia hiyo sikuhitaji guarantor. So the gari itself ilijisimamia. The loan ni instant. Hizo interest rate ni very low compared to other financial institutions. Na pia the multiplier part of it. Hakuna place ingine nitapata mortgage times 10 honestly. So kumaanisha mi ka youth kama nimesave 200k inamaanisha naweza tafuta nyumba ya 2 million na nitapata.
Sacco iko na manufaa mengi sana. Kitu ya kwanza, unaweza kujuana na watu wengi sana. Nilikuwa kwa first edition ya Safaricom Sacco Digest na hiyo ilibadilisha maisha yangu. Juu sasa mimi kama SME ilinipea credibility na suppliers wangu. Na saa hii nikienda kuambia mtu maneno ya Sacco wanaona example kutoka kwangu.
And fast forward today, if I look 15 years later, I'm happy that whether it is properties that I own, whether it's vehicles that I own, whether it's about the 3 children that I've educated, everything that I own and have done to date, the Sacco has been my trusted partner and I have no regrets. In fact, I'm proud of that decision that I took on 1st September 2009 to join the Sacco.
In terms of governance, our Sacco, I can say we are the champions of governance for the 2 years running. And this has come through because we have adopted corporate governance practices.
My name is Catwinston.
My name is Virginia Wanjiru Wangarura.
At Safaricom Sacco, I operate as a client relations officer.
My main work is to serve the members at the front office, also responding to emails and also calls.
And also creating that massive rapport with members, connecting the members and the organization.
Our members need people they can access every day so that we can be able to offer solutions, advise them on a daily basis on their needs.
I've been able to network with a lot of people and getting to understand problems zenye wase wako nazo huku nje. And most especially, getting to understand the problems we as the youth do have that harbors us from joining things like Saccos, ama savings group.
My name is Anne Vivian. My name is Esther Muia. I'm in marketing and business development. Basically, my work is to bring a new business into the Sacco. That's through recruiting new members, encouraging them to save, and finally, having them take the loan products that the Sacco offers.
When a member comes to apply for a loan and they know the terms and conditions, and at the end of this process, they feel well informed and they feel that they've made the right decision.
We are also the people who are in charge of our community outreach and support. That's in terms of CSRs. We are normally on the front line, We participate in events that are community-centered. We also participate in seminars, webinars, just trying to bring or rather do branding. We basically do branding for the organization.
My name is Irene Mainge, and my role is Human Resource Manager, and I'm in charge of people. So I work closely with the leadership team to ensure that we pick the best in the market. Once we get these employees on board, we ensure that they are well trained, they are well compensated, and they are well motivated to ensure that our members are well taken care of.
My name is Judith Denga. I'm the head of credit at Safaricom Sacco, and I've been a member of the Sacco for 11 years.
My name is Joseph Kiwia Mwanya. I've been in the Sacco for 2 years, 6 months so far.
So credit management is basically about overseeing the credit policy. And the credit policy just entails 2 sections in terms of the loan disbursement as well as risk management.
I also support debt collection in terms of the providers who support in chasing the members who are in default. And I also support private investigations.
Once credit has been extended to members, we are able to ensure that the loans are repaid on time as per the schedule, as well as the disbursement side is basically entails that credit is extended to members in a responsible way and subject to eligibility per member.
If there is a drop down in terms of the income, you're able to even get a restructure, you're able to come and reason out with the credit officers and get a restructure or even get a product that is cheaper.
My name is Rafael Wambugu. I lead internal audit, risk and compliance in the Sacco. Internal audit assures the board that all the procedures that have been set, all the way from the bylaws of the members, are actually followed. If you do not do compliance, then it would mean the Sacco would get sanctions from the regulator. And the other thing is also, we are basically recognition within the industry. I would state that we are actually the defending champion of inaugural audit and risk awards.
So my name is Pamela Nyakoa. I am the chairperson of the supervisory committee.
My name is James Otunga. I'm from the Qona Sacco supervisory team.
So the supervisory committee is an oversight committee over the board of the Safaricom. It's anchored in the Sacco Act. So what we do is we give assurance around all the transactions that are done by management. So when I say management, it's the CEO and the head of department. And then for the board, because they meet to make decisions that concern the Sacco, so then we also supervise the work they do.
This is very important for us to ensure that we are successful in whatever we do, and whatever we do it according to laid down regulations to ensure that prosperity of our Sacco.
Working at Safaricom Sacco has been amazing, given that I love the working culture in terms of the work ethics is amazing, in terms of all staff working towards ensuring that we deliver the promise of empowering members.
I'd reckon myself as a problem solver, and this moves on the context of whenever I see someone coming with a problem, then thereafter they leave my desk smiling, I feel like I've achieved something in the world.
It fulfills me when I help a client to acquire whatever thing that they need to acquire from the Sacco, and I offer solutions for their problems.
You know, when a member comes in and I'm able to help them probably secure a loan to start a business, me sitting back and seeing that business thrive, seeing these members able to repay back their loans, it's really fulfilling, and it keeps me motivated every single day.
So for me, when I'm in this role, and even if I leave this role, because our time is limited, we can only be here for 6 years. For me, it's the fact that we've set in structures that work, you know, and that I know my money is safe.
The Sacco that I joined has grown in leaps and bounds. And I would also say there was an aspect of growing under the wings of a giant, which is Safaricom PLC.
Last year, tuliitwa na mzai. Mzai akatushow, okay? You guys are of age, mmekoma. Akatushow sasa, kijana, ama dim. Simama, nasa, you be independent.
For me, first I was hesitant, I was reluctant, but now I am enthusiastic. I'm like, it's time to move on.
And so we went for a brand architecture workshop, and it was very engaging. And we learned so many things about ourselves and the things that we need to do. And out of that workshop, we arrived at the values, the purpose that we need. We didn't have a purpose, we didn't have values, we didn't have even mission.
We realized that we are getting our identity, and we reached out to members to ask them, which name do you want us to? We got over 300 names, I think, of different flavors. We went through an introspection, then we came up with the identity, and we could feel it. And when we had the SGM and we explained to members and got their buy-in, it's like we were being reborn in a sense.
So the new brand is Qona Sacco, and it's for visionary, ambitious, young individuals who are looking to break the ground of where they've been. And it's for community, where we are looking to bring the community resources for the good of the members and their well-being, but importantly, that they can be able to build wealth and their future.
25 or 20 years ago, we were those Gen Zs. Yeah? The guys who were ahead of us held our hands. And we said, why don't we make a deliberate decision to also hold these ones who are below, who are more or less the majority. And if we do that well, we end up having a community. And a community of young savers that start early to be where we are today, 20 years later.
When it comes to financial education, our parents never taught us. We learned the hard way. And as we learn the hard way, we have to apply those lessons to our children. And so I started by creating junior accounts for my 3 children. Many years later, when I retire, my children should be able to guarantee me, or if I need a loan, to do my projects post-retirement.
My dad used to give us allowances. He thought it would be a better idea using that 500 to go just save it in your junior Sacco account. Because if save it today, it will save you tomorrow.
So my mother aliniambia sikuwa najua mimi niko kwa Sacco fulani. Saa ndio vile niliingia 18 akaniambia mimi nishakuenroll kwa Sacco na nilikuwa nakusivia for this like for 4 years now. Sasa ndo akaniambia ati juu umeingia 18 umekuwa sasa active member, unaweza jisavia sasa.
Kwa mayugu kwa nje, ni poa kujua haba na haba ujaza kibaba, and Qona ina accommodate yoyote. It's not bad to save, ni poa kupiga sherehe, na ni poa pia kujua kuna kitu mahali ujaguza, mahali ile ukitaka maybe kufinansiwa gari, ama utake kufungua bid. Kuna mahali you can just look back, sema nimekuwa nikisave Qona, acha niwapigie simu ama niingie kwa app ni apply for a loan and you will get it instantly. So
So we are saying that we are bringing not only the old thought Sacco, the old model Sacco, that is actually beautiful to the old people, but this is a new entity that appeals to both the old and the new. In terms of adopting technology, we'll be the best in the future. In fact, as we start from the 2024-2028 plan, technology becomes the bedrock of this brand.
We are a digital Sacco. So security is at the center stage ya kila kitu. That one as well, tutaendelea to put in the assurance ya kwamba your funds, your money, ziko secure.
I'm excited because of the rebrand, because I'm looking at growth. I'm looking at members feeling that they're part of the journey. All members feel they're part of the journey. I'm looking at expansion, being able to accommodate members not necessarily from the old name, but also coming on board with a new brand, accommodating everyone in the society. So I'm looking at expansion, I'm looking at growth at the long end.
My hope is that in the next 10 years, the membership of Qona Sacco will have grown to probably more than 100,000, and hoping to see Qona Sacco as #1 in Kenya and the best Sacco in Africa.
As you start work, and I'm speaking here to the very young people who are new in their careers and so on, start planning. With the salary that you have, start planning to join the Sacco, start planning to invest.
We want the youth to grow with us. So nyinyi majenzi, watu wote wenye hamjapata Sacco ya kujoin, we welcome you to Qona Sacco. Help us build this brand so that we can be able to empower you. So karibuni sana, all the Gen Zs, we welcome you.
So do not even think twice. Come on board. Kuja tupate hiyo mortgage after about an year or 2. Na hata ifai kuwa nia 6 months. Kuja na hiyo big vision yako. Kuja tupange. Kuja to save. And then we fulfill our dreams.